বাংলার মাটি ছাইরা আমি বিহিরি ক্লেনে আইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম ঘরনি মোর ঘরে থাকে পন্থ পানে চাইয়া আমারে মুখ উদাস ভাইরে মায়ের চিঠি পাইয়া ঘরনি মোর ঘরে থাকে পন্থ পানে চাইয়া আমারে মুখ উদাস ভাইরে মায়ের চিঠি পাইয়া স্বদেশ মাটি ছাইরা আমি পহরবাসী হইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম
Brick Lane is a very popular place. It's a heartland of Bangladeshi people. A lot of people started their lives in this country from around Brick Lane. Later on, they got sort of jobs, they got good works, they established themselves, they moved away from Brick Lane. But Brick Lane is a really very popular place, very touchy place. So this song just reminds people, it really touches people. It's very practical messages of the Bangladeshi people. It also said we have been working in the restaurant, in the factories, but what have we got? We are not very happy. We're facing a lot of problems in everyday life. So was it really worth coming here? Just a question asking themselves. I know no one can give the answer, but this is the time to ask.
স্বদেশ মাটি ছাইরা আমি পহরবাসী হইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম জিগায়া আমি দেশ ছাড়িয়া পহরবাসী হইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম
আমরা দেশের মানুষ সব আইতে আছে সে ওকে দড়ি দড়ি আনে এই উয়ারো ব্রিটিশ তো আমি তো গেছি আমি তো যাইতে জাহাজে গেছি জাহাজের নলিঠলি হয়েছে তখন আমি জাহাজে আইছি আর আমার ভাই আর একজন আনছি ক্যালকাটা আনিয়ে আমি আইছি আইয়া আমি এখানে উঠে গেছি আমি যে সময় জাহাজ লইয়া আইলাম কাঠি পাইছি আমার ফ্রেন্ডে আমার ওখানে তুলছে আর আমার লন্ডন লইয়া আইছে হাই কমিশনার দিয়ে আমার ফুরু বকল দিছে তখন আমি এখানে কয়েকদিন থাকিয়া কাবেন্ট্রি গেছি ফ্যাক্টরিত কাজ করছি ডনলাভ ফ্যাক্টরিত কাজ করছি করিয়া এখান থেকে আমার চাইলে আর্মি কিন্তু আমিত না গিয়া অন্য তারা কেস মেজ করিয়া আমি কইছি ওলা নাই হলা তারা কইছে না যাইতে হইব ব্রিটিশ লাগবো আমি কইছি এগ্রি হয়েছি না তখন তারা কইছে তোমার দে লইব হইতে হইব 6 সপ্তাহ টাইম দিছে তারা 6 সপ্তাহের মাঝে যেটা তোমার মাইন্ড করো তুমি উঠে যাও আর নাইলে জেলও থাকবাই নাইলে ওলা কাম করবাই ওইলে 100 লিং করে পাইবাই তখন আমি 6 সপ্তাহে মাইন্ড ঠিক করছি যে আমি যে সিট আসলাম আমি আমার সিট যাইমু
Well, I think the important thing to understand is that this community isn't here by accident. This community is here because of a historical process, which was the the long involvement of Bangladeshi people as seamen, as merchant seamen, particularly their contribution during the Second World War when so many people were killed and so on, and that the settlement here was as a direct result of that, and the presence of such, a very significant Bangladeshi community now is exactly because of that, because of those few people who came, more people came and more people, and exactly as the followers. It's a mathematical process. People bring more people, and I think that's really important, and to know that the reason for this is because of that whatever Britain did in India actually has come home here, and that it's not a remote thing, that it's this old truism, we're here because they were there, and that's actually true of the Bangladeshi community in a very demonstrable way.
কিছু অ্যাকশন দেখলেন আপনি?
এটা আমি আপনার গানটা চালাইছি, তো বড় গান চালাইছি, আমি তো ট্রেনিং দিই গান চালাইবার লাগি যাজে এই সময় তো 2 ঘন্টা করে ঘুমাইতো মানুষে, যাজে গিয়ালে সবের তো শিফট আছে 2 ঘন্টা, আর তো সব ফরি দিতে হইতো যাদের উপরে কত হাজার হাজার মানুষ মরছে, যে কোনো হিসাব আসেনি, কোনো হিসাব নাই। সিরিয়াল এখন মানুষ মরছে এই ইংলিশ চ্যানেলে। জাহাজে গেলাম এই 43-তে, এই 43-তে যখন গেলাম, এই সময় আমরা এই যে কুইন, এই কুইন 18 বছরের বয়স, তাই ফ্লাই করে গেলে এই আলেকজান্ডার হনো গিয়া এইখানে হাত মিলাইলা হলো গিয়া আমরাও গেছি এই কুইন। আচ্ছা, তখন তাই লেসকার দিছ যে সিমেন যে তো আমরা ওয়ার দিতিলেই মু ওয়ার লম্বা হয়েছে, আমরা ওয়ার দিতমু, আর যে তো সিমেন আসো সবের ওয়াইফে ওয়ার বোনাস পাইবা। হ্যাঁ, এখনো আমি পাইনি, তারা শুনতেও চায় না। আমি 2-3বার ইয়ে করছি, আচ্ছা এখন এবার ইয়ে করি, আর অত বেশি খেয়ালও নিছি না আমি। ও লন্ডন আইয়া আর এই বিজনেস এটা করলাম, এই আপনার বুচার সাফ খুললাম একটা, লন্ডন বুচার সাফ এই সময় আসিল না, এই হেসেল স্ট্রিট 42 এই বিল্ডিং এখনো আছে। আর মুরগোর সাফ খুললাম একটা, এইটা আছে এখনো আমাদের মেচর গেছে, এটা আমিও খুলছি আগে। আর রেস্টুরেন্ট করছি এই ভিক্টোরিয়াতে, একটা দিলদার রেস্টুরেন্ট করলাম।
আপনি শাদি কোন সনে করলেন?
শাদি তো হিসাব নাই ভাই, কতটা করছি বেহিসাব, কোনো হিসাব নাই। শাদি করছি এই আপনার 72 গিয়া আমার দেশে বরাবর শাদি করছি। আর তো আমার বাচ্চাই না সই এই দেশে ম্যারেজ করছি, বা আমাদের রিলিজিয়ন হিসাবে বলে কোনো কাগজপত্র করছি না, ম্যারেজ করছি করে।
এই দেশে যে আপনি থাকলা, আপনার এই দেশে কিরকম লাগলো?
এই দেশে তো এই সময় খুব ভালো ছিল, খুব ভালো। আমরা মানুষের খুব তারা বালা দেখতো, বালা চোখে দেখতো।
এখন আপনার কিছু প্রবলেম?
না, কোনো প্রবলেম নাই এই টাইমে। আমাদের মানুষের খুব পছন্দ করছে, বেটা হোক বেটি হোক সবে। এই সময় দেখো লেখাপড়া জানি না, কইছি ও জায়গাখানো যাইতাম, বেটা হোক বেটি হোক কইছে ও রাস্তা নিলে গাড়ি তুলি যায়, খেয়েও লইয়া গেছে কি বুঝলেন। এইরকম মোলা টাইম আছে এই দেশের পয়লা যে সময় ই হইলাম, এই 41 ওলা আছি। আপনার এই তো বেশি দিন থাকি না, ইলা যে কিছু রেসিলিস হইল, যে আগে রেসিলিস আসিল না, রেস আসিল না।
How do you feel about this country, and how do you feel about your children growing up here, and you have left, Bangladesh or Sylhet, or how do you feel about that?
I like to, soon as possible, my last boy, 9-year-old, and those children not going to home want to live there. Maybe few years, if I'm alive, another few years I'm there. And wanted to go back to my place. That's all leader.
এত দূরে সাত সমুদ্র তেরো নদীর চোরা আমার হইল দীপান্তর আমার হইল দীপান্তর কে জানে কত দিন থাকবো ওই চোরের উপর আমার হইল দীপান্তর আমার হইল দীপান্তর
What happened during the war was that more and more people, having served on the ships, decided to leave the ship because it was, for one thing, because it was a very scary and unpleasant process. About 6,000-7,000 Indian seamen were killed in the Second World War. You won't find that on the memorial at Tower Hill. You'll find a good scattering of Indian and Bangladeshi names, but you won't find anything like 6,000. And that's because they were recruited under Indian articles and recruited by the Serang, so they weren't actually part of the official crew.
Some people came over here by sea, then when after 1 or 2 years, then again go back by sea with all the cloth, British-made cloth, cigarette, especially. And when they went to the villages, all the people from the villages surrounded him, and he offered cigarette to everybody. And when there was this smell, everybody was interested with the smell. And so everybody wants to come over here to see. First time when I was working in the restaurant, I feel that at that time, as I never do physical work, and here I have to do, as I'm a waiter, I have to do, but I accept it, and because I came over here to earn money for the whole family, and after 2-3 months, my uncle says he started business, restaurant business, and he asked me to take charge of the travel agency business he was running at that time. This area is for the poor people, but I like it. I like it to live as I lived before, because I have no ambition to become a big man and live in a big house, because I believe in simple life. And because now more facilities in Brick Lane, you can get anything. All Bangladeshis, Indian, Pakistani foods are here, so no problem. Everybody, if you could accommodate them, all will come to Brick Lane to live. Because of the mosque, because of the place, the center, welfare, 39 Fordner Street is the center for the whole community. And Brick Lane Mosque is the religious center, not only religious, cultural center.
কোনো সুবা নাই এই 4 ঘন্টা এই ব্যক্তির নফল ইবাদতের মাঝে কাটছে দুয়ে আমরা সবাই রাখা আর ইল্লাল্লাহ তো জায়গা দেওয়া সঙ্গে সঙ্গে হচ্ছে চুরি পাইছে যে বলবো যখন আমরা কলিমা দিতে গাই দিবা বুঝবা তো সিসিরে বার করে এটা আসবো
you will find in course of your going round, that most probably tells you the whole story of the whole area, 300 years. Persecuted Christians came from Europe. They were Huguenots. They came to this area, settled down. They bought the place as a place of worship. Then they prospered and they moved out. Then there was potato famine in Ireland. So Irish people came over here. They bought the property, converted into Catholic Church. Irish people, most likely, most of them went to America and Canada. Therefore, again it began. So in the meantime, 1930s came, and Jews were persecuted. Jews came from Europe, came here, bought the place, converted into a synagogue. Now, then the Jews prospered, moved out, and then it was again a new generation of Punjabis and Bengalis came. So they bought the property, and they converted into a mosque. So the mosque is the story of 300 years of this area. When we first came to this area, we could rarely count, more than 300 to 500 Bengali-speaking Pakistanis, East Pakistanis. Now, of course, it is one of these areas where I think Bengali-speaking Bangladeshis will number about anything between 40 to 50,000. So there is a tremendous growth of population. Along with that, new features have come in. Now, when we are now dealing with £1 million of enterprises, well, we just look back that 35 years ago, there is no question of these type of activities. Our welfare activities more or less were limited to filling forms and processing applications, etc., etc. In socio-cultural field, well, one of the things that we had to do, because that to meet the basic needs of human life, is that we had to, from our friends came letters, local, contact letters, English letters. We had to write their letters in English, and some of their letters were love letters as well, because that was a basic need of life. But they couldn't read, they couldn't write. So we, as welfare workers, had to read their love letters and write their love letters on their behalf. So this is the starting point. Now, of course, that phase is over. We are now to deal with multi-million-pound developers, billion-pound developers, and the government institutions.
'69, at that time, Tosir Ali was killed at Bromley. When he was coming back from the restaurant to his flat by skinhead. And he was died on the spot in his doorstep. Next morning we went there with my colleague, and I find the pool of blood in the doorstep, and I show in my finger to the reporter of Times that this is happening, and every people got a panic how they went out, and it was published in the Times. And with these sources, I think, because these people who killed him, I thought there is a gang of people, and they follow me. They attack my 100 brick lane shop, which was freehold. And my nephew was beaten, and one of my cousins was badly injured. And then there was a worker association, welfare association, there a vigilante group. Everybody was stand against it, that if we are beaten, we will beat back. Altaf Ali was going to his home, walking from Brick Lane towards the post office. What do you call the park? The Altaf Ali Park. And two youth caught him and stabbed him on the neck, and he died on the spot. he was alone.
আলতাফ ইসাক কেনিথ ব্লেয়ার তারা রক্ত পিশাচ বর্ণবাদের ভিন্ন শিকার
This is the corner. BNP, the National Front, other fascist group and skinhead, they all came on Sunday morning selling their obnoxious newspaper and also shouting on black people, in particular on Bengali people, attacking them. They are wearing very threatening kind of clothes and insignia, fascist insignia and so on. So people in fact were so frightened to come this end on their own. Rather, people were coming in a group. I was attacked once, and these two front teeth came out. Really, I had to go to hospital for treatment. On another occasion, I was really punched on my eye. I was with another friend, of course, and together two of us couldn't do anything. We had to really find our way to a safety place, and these things, in fact, went quite rampantly during the 70s. Yeah. And in 78, I think it's reached its peak. That when the Bengali youth came forward with sort of very vigor and force that we now stand together and face this fascist. This is also our country. We make contribution to well-being of this country, this society, and we must pull back all the good things. Why should we only attacked by the fascists and racists?
আলতাফ ইসাক কেনিথ ব্লেয়ার তারা রক্ত পিশাচ বর্ণবাদের ভিন্ন শিকার আলতাফ ইসাক কেনিথ ব্লেয়ার তারা রক্ত পিশাচ বর্ণবাদের ভিন্ন শিকার আলতাফ ইসাক কেনিথ ব্লেয়ার তারা রক্ত পিশাচ বর্ণবাদের ভিন্ন শিকার মানবতার মুখোশ পরায় সমাজে শান্তি
Coming down, what happened?
Yes. Okay, so we just passed now the notorious tunnel. It is the bridge between Bethan Green Road and Wheeler Street. And on many Sundays, hundreds of Bengali people were attacked here. Attacks were so nasty. People cannot, in fact, walk under the bridge during the dark hours on their own. So they have to really go with groups, with friends. And I remember I walked under the tunnel with a friend, and we are chased by 20 to 25 skinheads. So we had to run, really. And so many people were during that time were attacks. Now it is changed, totally changed. There is no more attacks, no more attack during the dark hours or even at night. But previously, you walk during the daytime, you are attacked, beaten, harassed, and so on.
You came to study here.
I came to study here, yes.
So what happened to the studies?
Well, study, as I said, I studied about 2.5 years. So 57, 58, at the end of 59, my study is finished. I mean, for some reason I have to come finish it up. And then I went out for employment of my own, and I had a job at that time. And on my spare time, I used to do the community work. It was, at that time, it was just after Second World War. It was a more or less rundown area. And social system was as it is at present time. So people have to find out their own ways and means for accommodation, for other facilities. So there is a lot of difference between 20 years before and now. 40% or 45% population of Tower Hamlet are the Muslim communities. And out of that 40-45%, about 70 to 80% people lives in Spitalfield and St. Catherine's and Weavers and St. Peter's. So we feel very deeply and very greatly that the religious facilities for the Muslim children especially like the schools of Church of England and Catholic, Church of Catholics, they have their schools and the primary schools, secondary schools in this area. Why not Muslim people have the same right and same privileges? There is no argument about it, and we are going to have it. That's one thing is certain. I can insist on that the authorities should make a note strongly about it, that Muslim people will have their right in this borough as the Roman Catholic people and the Church of England people enjoyed and have the privilege to have the rights as same way as we have.
Well, what they say is that if Muslims get their own schools, they'll just produce these fanatics and fundamentalists.
Well, it's not true. It's not true. It's the only religion in this world, I mean, one of the greatest religions in this world is the Muslim religion, which accommodates the all class of people. Whatever their religion is, we can accommodate them and we can give them teaching in the same way, better way, as they are having it on their own country.
You've got children here and all that, and they will have their children. How do you see the future, in terms of the community?
That we call a multiracial and multi-religious society. I mean, as far as the social side is concerned, we say it multiracial. But as far as religion is concerned, we say it's multi-religious society. They does not think it that orthodox way. They never think of that way. They do think at the present time, those boys and girls, those who are educated in Tower Hamlet and in English schools, they still feel they are purely 100% Muslims.
Over the years, how have you seen the community change in terms of the problems it has faced, or in terms of its development?
Well, in terms of problems, because the way we feel, the younger generation doesn't feel the same way. Younger generation feels they're born and brought up here, so they have the full right in this country, according to the legislation and according to the laws, as the boys and girls enjoying in this country. They feel that they are the part and parcel of the society, so they have to enjoy the same rights and same privileges as the boys and girls enjoying the same privileges and same rights in this country.
Jam, another hardcore slam, another case of damage. It's the preacher prime who's on a rampage, raging all the time I get on stage. Get a mile a minute of rhyme, a second time of the mind on the dotted line. Trying to find a master with a brain like me. You ain't got it, G. I said a pace you never chase. I rhyme and never leave a trace. I play your way you never heard before and you never will. Basically more than a simple sample. Played on live, this track's an example. Go with all you know, I'll show you who's a pro. Let the chorus line blow.
Culture is very important to some of us anyway, certainly around this area because we've got all our cousins and all that sort of thing. And I was born in this country, so I'm not sure what it's like back at home. I've been raised and brought up here, so I just know this side. So I'm a bit westernised sort of thing, but I still worry about my culture and all that sort of thing.
And would you say that your culture, being a young sort of Bengali, would you say that was different to your parents?
Yes, it is quite different because they're from the past and this is present. Again, it's a new generation. And this generation, everything's just totally different. Before, you wouldn't see an Asian girl out on the streets before. Parents wouldn't let them go to school, but now it's just changed a bit as time went by. Gradually, everything's out there. You see Asian girls working in offices now and all that.
I'm just so damn hyped, so all you plain actors and fakes, let me show you what it takes. I'm just one of a command band, and we're back by dope demand. I'm back.
I mean, I was born in Bangladesh, but I was brought up in this country. In a way, you can put it like this: we got a different culture of our own. The new generation got a new culture.
Which is what?
Which consists of Bengali and the English culture put together. So we're not like, we haven't got an English culture, we haven't got a Bengali culture, we got a culture of our own.
Is that confusing or?
It's confusing. It's confusing when you explain it to your parents when you do certain activities. But within ourselves, we know what we want. We know what we believe in. So in a way, within ourselves, it's alright.
What's your religious belief? Are you into
I'm
that?
a Muslim. I believe in Islam.
Right. In what way?
I mean...
As an identity or as a religion?
Both. But I'm not really really religious, because according to my parents, that is right. The culture I believe in, the way I go along, doesn't go along with their culture or the religion. But the way I see it, it does go along. I mean, a few of the things I do is wrong religion-wise, I know, but you can't help it. It's the way you grow up. Outside the house, that is.
সুধী মণ্ডলী, কবিতাটা লেখা আমি যখন 17 বছর ছিলাম, বর্তমানে 21। কবিতাটার নাম হলো তোমাকে পেতে। জানো বাংলাদেশ, যেখানে আজ অগ্রাধিকার ছিল একমাত্র তোমার, সেখানে আজ অর্থ বিপ্লবের মিথ্যা আশ্বাসে ক্লান্তির স্পর্শ পেয়ে তোমার প্রেমিকা আজ হয়েছে ব্যর্থতার শিকার। জানো আজ কতদিন তোমার প্রেমিক তোমার ভালোবাসা থেকে বঞ্চিত। জীবনের প্রথম পর্বে খোদার প্রত্যাশায় এই প্রথমবার বঞ্চনার শিকার। একদিন পৃথিবী কাঁপানো উল্লাসে জন্মযোদ্ধা হয়ে জন্মেছিল তোমার এই শ্রুতিমধুর বাংলা বর্ণমালার শেষ অক্ষরের কাছে। আজ 17 বছর পেরিয়ে যৌবনে পদার্পণ করতেই তোমাকে করতে হলো আপনহারা, প্রিয়হারা, জন্মহারা। এমনকি তোমার প্রেক্ষমে ছড়ানো তোমার সবুজ প্রান্তরের দৃশ্য এবং ফেলে আসা আমার এক আদরণী বোনটাকেও। আজ আমি ক্ষুধা পীড়িত বুভুক্ষু। জানি না আর কতদিন তোমার প্রেমের তরঙ্গ আবার ঝংকার তুলবে, আর তোমাকে পৌঁছাবে তোমার তরঙ্গিত প্রেমের মোহনায়।
সংহতির আমরা প্রত্যেক মাসে দুবার সভা করি। প্রত্যেক মাসে দুটো সভা করি এবং এখানে আমরা বিভিন্ন ধরনের সামাজিক, সাংস্কৃতিক, সাহিত্য নিয়ে চিন্তা করি এবং সাহিত্য বিষয়ক আলোচনা করি।
অন্তর্বেদনা। আজকাল নিজেকে বড় বেশি অপ্রিয় মনে হয়। আত্মায় জন্মেছে দিন রাত্রের অনিশ্চিত নিকৃত অসুখ। বেদনায় বশীভূত শরীরে ভেঙে পড়তে চায়, অথচ ভয় তাড়না করে হিংস্র হায়নার মতো। অদ্ভুত, যেন আমি পৃথিবীর তাবৎ দুঃখ পিঠে আরও উত্তপ্ত বালুকাময় মরুভূমি ভেদ করে ছুটে চলেছি চির আকাঙ্ক্ষিত বাণিজ্য পথে। আমার জীবনের পরিধি ঘিরে তৈরি হয়েছে বিধ্বংসিত পর্বতমালা এবং সীমারেখায় সমাজের উচ্ছিষ্ট অখাদ্য গণিকাদের সারি সারি মিছিল। কখনো মনে হয় এই আমির জগতে অন্য কোনো বেশ্বর আত্মঘাতীর জন্ম। সতৃষ্ণ আমি আজ বড় বেশি অপ্রিয় এ সমাজে কালের আলোচিত সাবিত্রীদের সভায়। ধন্যবাদ।
ছড়া আইছে, কবিতা আইছে, রোমান্টিক আইছে, স্বাধীনতা চাইছে সপ্তাহে সেটা সাহিত্য যে মজাটা
দেশ সম্বন্ধে
টাচ করতে আমরা এভরি ওয়ান অফ দেম
দেশ সম্বন্ধে প্রায় দেশ সম্বন্ধে আমার একটা মিস্টেক হয়েছে তোমার জায়গাতে আমি তুমি
যেগুলো
আমার
খারাপ হয় যদি প্রস্তুতি নিয়ে আসতে
মোটামুটি
আজকে আমরা যে সভা হয়েছে এটাকে খুব খারাপ বলা যায় না।
জ্যোৎস্না পড়া রাত, চেয়ে থাকি জানালায় যত দূর চোখ যায়, রাতের আধারে কি সুন্দর দেখায়, নীল আকাশে চাঁদ মামা যখন খিল খিল করে হেসে যায়, আর সোনালি ধারাগুলি ঝিলিক দিয়ে মুক্তা জড়ায়। নিশি রাতে হাসনাহেনের গন্ধে হাজার দুঃখের মাঝেও এনে দেয় এক অনাবিল শান্তি, মুছে যায় ক্লান্তি। স্নিগ্ধ সুবাসে মনের আবেশে হারিয়ে যায় তখন অজানা দেশে, তবুও শান্তি পাওয়া যায় অবশেষে। আধার কেটে আসে আসে প্রাকৃতির লাবণ্যময় চেহারা নিয়ে, গাছে গাছে ফুল ফুটে প্রজাপতি উড়ে আসে, পাখিদের সুর শুনে সূর্যি মামা উঠে আসে। That was, very strange, I was very sad, leaving my country back there. But now I'm getting used to it. I went to my country last year to, visit my grandparents. So it's all right now.
You didn't go to school here, did you?
Yeah, I went to school, but after 6 months, I came from my country though. So that was very strange as well, because the school was really big and I was the smallest one in the big place, but the majority of people in my school was Asian. So whatever my teacher used to say, my friend used to explain it to me in Bengali, so I didn't have much trouble. But still, I wasn't confident enough. But now, I'm used to it and feel very confident. Well, at the moment, I'm training in an office. I'm under a YTS scheme, and I'm training in an office in initial supplies, called initial supplies in Bethnal Green. I'd like to get a job in there, like a clerical worker. I'd like to work in an office. That's why I'm training in an office.
When you're not working, what do you do? When you come home, do you go out in the evening?
No, I don't go out much though. Well, in the weekend, sometimes I do, but not in the week. Every day. No. When I come home, I just relax and sometimes I write poems and read Bengali poems. Read Bengali novels as well. So that's where that's the way I am. My culture will be same as my parents, but not exactly same as my parents, because I'm in a different country. I'm going out and working. But when my mom was same as my age, she was born in a different country in Bangladesh. I don't mind leaving this country though. But still, I can't forget my country. There's no way, because I born there, and that's my motherland. So.
was born in Bangladesh, Dhaka, but I was brought up in this country. I came here when I was about 1.5, 2. Yeah, it's home. I mean, it's home for me. What's East End life? I mean, I don't go to clubs and all that in the East End, but like this area is home. I know it. I feel safe here. You know, this is my home. I've always lived here, and it's like nice to come back to the East End. Went to school just like ran up the road, primary and secondary, sort of both ran close by. Yeah, school was great. I mean, I went to my secondary school. It was like predominantly Bengali, all-girls school, but it was a good school. I didn't come across any problems, you know. I enjoyed it there.
And did you get the qualifications you'd need?
Yeah, well, I got my GCSEs, whether like, you know, they're the ones to take me sort of into the future, I don't know yet, because it's still really quite hard to decide what you want to do. You know, I don't know, 18, I can't really decide even yet, like, you know, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? It's quite hard, so I'm just doing what I'm enjoying right now, which is like music and working with children, you know.
Boy, how can this be? You don't see that times are getting rougher. My people are starving and dying in the gutter. Now we have to act and find a better way. Strive to survive for a brighter day, cause it's how the living is beyond our means. Oh, Bangladesh boy, we're wishing on a dream.
I was involved in the League of Joy Bangla, which is a youth organisation, and people who were in that youth organisation actually wanted to form a band. So we actually formed the band from, like, you know, from the youth organisation, and that's why, you know, I knew these people and we shared the same sort of ideas, and that's why I felt that, yeah, I can join this band because, you know, my ideas are, fit theirs and their ideas fit mine, you know. So we're at one with each other in the band. I don't know, I mean, what people mean when they say traditional, but, like, for me, like, depends often, maybe just what I'm wearing will immediately give someone an impression of, like, you know, what sort of person I am. But it's when I speak, usually, people sort of, you know, when I talk rapidly in Cockney, like, you know, they sort of can't believe it. They think, right, well, she probably can't speak Bengali, which is, like, wrong, really. But, yeah, it's probably what I wear, the way I talk, you know, that all sort of... but I wouldn't say that, you know, yeah, I mean, maybe I'm allowed to go out more. I'm allowed to go out, I'm allowed to do loads of things. All right, Asian girls, they're not allowed to go out this much or that much, whatever, you know, which is like, why not? Well, you know what I mean, our parents are worried for us, you know what I mean? Like, my mum and dad don't want me to be going out in the streets and I'll be attacked because of my colour or whatever, which does happen around here, you know. But, you know, if I was to go abroad or something, people would say, where you're from? Well, I'd say, yeah, I'm British, whatever. But then they'd want to know what my race is, and I'd say, yeah, I'm Bengali. You know, I'm not English. I am Bengali. You know, I'm from Bangladesh. I was born there. But, you know, all right, I am a British Bengali. That's how I see myself.
I was brought up and I studied in Sylhet, and I like Sylhet. I do treat this as my motherland. I came in this country in 1984. I came here as a student for higher studies in medicine. I was qualified as a medical doctor in Bangladesh. So I came here for higher studies in medicine and I completed that. Then I settled here with my family, with my wife. I was supposed to be a GP in this country, which I couldn't become because of the system in this country. General Medical Council, they don't recognize the qualification. They actually don't recognize the university where I was qualified from. It is the Chittagong University. My job title is Senior Health Promotion Officer. I'm involved particularly with AIDS program. I'm one of those who provide information and education for the local community. This is to inform people how people can protect themselves from this serious illness. As you know, AIDS is a very serious illness. It's becoming a growing problem for all over the world at the moment.
So you're actually not working as a doctor?
No, I'm not.
Doesn't that bother you?
Well, sometimes I really feel that I got skills, I got knowledge. I'm working with doctors, but I can't really treat people here. I can't give treatment to people because of that system, the General Medical Council's regulation. But again, yeah, it gives me some pain sometimes. I was qualified there. I was experienced for 5 years. Still, I got 2 postgraduate degrees from this country. Still, I was not allowed to become a doctor. There are a lot of people like me. There are a lot of people like me. And I believe that music is something which gives people to forget their sadness, unhappiness. This is a very good way of knowing each other.
বাংলার মাটি ছাইরা আমি বিহিরি ক্লেনে আইলা সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম ঘরনি মোর ঘরে থাকে পন্থ পানে চাইয়া আমার মন উদাস ভাইরে মায়ের চিঠি পাইয়া ঘরনি মোর ঘরে থাকে পন্থ পানে চাইয়া আমার মন উদাস ভাইরে মায়ের চিঠি পাইয়া স্বদেশ মাটি ছাইরা আমি পরবাসী হইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম রেস্টুরেন্ট আর ফ্যাক্টরিতে সময় কাটাই রে বারে বারে মনে পড়ে দেশের মাটি রে রেস্টুরেন্ট আর ফ্যাক্টরিতে সময় কাটাই রে বারে বারে মনে পড়ে দেশের মাটি রে জিগাই আমি দেশ ছাড়িয়া বিদেশ কেনে আইলা সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম সকাল সন্ধ্যা কাহাম করিয়া কি সুখ আমি পাইলাম